in the open road. I got the throttle wide open, feel my pace. Got 100 horses between my legs. No destination, no end in sight. Just me in the open road, riding into the moonlight. On my two wheels, all that I need is white lines and gasoline. Life in the fast lane, it's easy to maintain. Just twist the throttle on back and feel no pain. From the open highways, backwoods of the country, where live free or die is the only way. On my two wheels, all that I need is white lines and gasoline. Never look back, 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 never look back. White lines and gasoline. White lines and gasoline. Two wheels in the open road, life and death in my own hands. I am my own justice, I am my own man. I never look behind through all that I have seen. 'Cause all I need is white lines of gasoline, white lines of gasoline, white lines of gasoline, white lines of gasoline. We believe in the American way, and we built this country called the USA, and we fly our flag 'cause we're proud and free, we're Americans. Red, white, and blue is our way of life. We never back down from a challenge or a fight. Nature provides, God gives the rights, we're Americans. We make up America, this amazing America. Yeah. We fish the waters and we hunt the lands. We forge steel with our own two hands. With what we've got, we do the best we can. We're Americans. From the snowy passes to the desert sun, dogs and the horses and the trucks and the guns, mothers and daughters and fathers and sons, we're Americans. We make up America, this amazing America. Yeah, home of the brave in America. We're an amazing America. proudly we hail, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the fray, in the home of the
Welcome, race fans, men and women, boys and girls, to the inaugural Domino's TYJ Racing Dented Fenders 2017 opener, live on All Pro Broadcasting, also live on the iRacing Live portal here at Daytona. Welcome in, fans. I have joining with me in the booth 15-time winner and reigning Domino's TYJ Racing Dented Fenders Truck Series champion from last year, Curtis Young. How you doing tonight, Curtis?
Doing pretty good, Robert. I'm excited to be here topside. If I can't be down there to at least try and defend the title, I'm really excited to be here for the next 23 weeks and see what these drivers can do.
I tell you what, Curtis, it is a honor and a big respect goes out to you for making the choice to help me here in the broadcast booth. This is a big undertaking, as everybody knows who's in the iRacing community. I do appreciate you being here in the booth. You're very talented. You have been promoted to the Xfinity and the Top Shelf Cup series that do run on Thursday nights. Again, fans, you are watching the Scoops Ice Cream out of Vieira, Florida 250 here at Daytona. Scoops Ice Cream, making family traditions one scoop at a time. We'll talk about them a little bit more. Qualifying has just now started. Curtis, what are you expecting out of these front runners on the practice times?
Not too sure exactly. Qualifying, some people have different strategies here. Like I see Gabriel Wood is not qualified yet, and or he's not out on the track yet. And some people want to qualify up front, so qualifying isn't really a big factor in where you finish in this race. You can come from the back to the front pretty easily, and yeah, I just don't think qualifying is going to be that big of a factor in this one.
That's absolutely right. Most guys, whether they qualify up front, in the middle, or in the back, they can always make their way to the front. This is going to be a long race. We hope we go caution-free, but we probably will have some caution, so there'll be plenty of opportunities, Curtis, for guys to have strategy. You're going to have strategy when you make your pit stop under green flag or caution. You're going to take 2 tires or 4 tires. You're going to take 2 full cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. Obviously, Curtis, here with the track temperature, a lot of guys will take a 2-tire pit stop. What do you think?
I really think that 4 tires, maybe 1 time, might be the way to go to win the race if it goes green. Taking tires under green takes up a lot of time, and if you can do it under caution, that's a lot better. And you really only want to take what you actually need here at Daytona, because tire fall off is minimal, and the only thing it really affects is getting up to speed and braking. So if it was me, I know I would be probably just taking as little amount of tires as possible to maintain track position.
Exactly. We've seen that time and time before, Curtis. A lot of guys will go, if it's an early caution, they might only come in and take 2. Even if it's a middle of the race caution, if they took 4 on an early pit stop, they might come in and do 2 tires on the right side only. We know this Daytona track has got some wear on it, but there's still a lot of grip in this track, especially with these weather conditions. Another thing I want to talk about real quick is we are doing the now very, very famous Domino's TYJ Racing free pizza giveaway. How that works, Curtis, real simple, is you pick the winner, you get a free Domino's pizza dinner. Simply, you can text 919-883-7497 or comment in the race chat before lap 50. This is a 100-lap race, so before lap 50 you can make your pick for the winner. The first fan to accurately predict the winner and text that to me or in the race chat, you will be the winner of a free large 3-topping Domino's pizza, carry out only at your local Domino's store. I don't care where you live in the United States of America. We've had 12, 13 winners already, and we're definitely looking forward to that again tonight.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing that's pretty cool about this league is the free pizza giveaway. A lot of fans tune in just to try and pick their driver and win a free pizza, and yeah, it's something that Domino's TYJ Racing loves to do.
Yeah, real quick, we have in the booth with us briefly Gabriel Wood. He is our Thursday night commentator. What's going on, Gabe?
Not much. I just wanted to drop in and say hi to all you guys and good luck on the broadcast. Look for me down on track. Looks like me and a couple of teammates are not qualifying, so we're gonna try and ride toward the back. I think that's gonna be our strategy.
Good luck, Gabe. Hopefully we'll get to interview you when the race is over.
10-4. It'd be kind of fun to be on the other side of that.
Yes, sir. Good luck again.
I was the driver of the number 00 machine, Gabriel Wood. I ran a Daytona 500 race with Gabe a couple weeks ago, and we had that we finished first and second. Unfortunately, there was a last lap pass where a bunch of shenanigans happened, and I got by him and took the win. But yeah, he definitely knows how to run these plate tracks, and he knows the strategy to stay up front. So look for him to be one of the front runners here tonight at Daytona.
Thanks, Curtis. We have in the broadcast booth real quick, Jeremy Crandall. Looks like you qualified third. You are affiliated with Scoops Ice Cream. Give us a quick history, and what do you expect tonight for the race, Jeremy?
Thanks for having me. Good qualifying spot here. Scoops, a little family home business, little mom and pop's little chain in southeast Florida there. Good ice cream. Yeah, after pizza, go everybody swing by there and get them some dessert.
How's your truck tonight, Jeremy, and what do you expect out of the race tonight?
It's a plate race, so it's either going to be 40 of us or 14 of us at the end of this, and just hope everybody keeps the mentality they want to be in that last 14. Rarely do you ever lose one or two trucks. You lose them in 5s and 10s here, so as long as I'm not in one of them and I'm here for the last 10 laps, I'll be happy.
Yes, sir. We'll wish you all the luck in the world, Jeremy. Again, thanks for sponsoring, and we will definitely talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, Curtis, take us to the grid real quick. Top 10.
Starting on the pole is going to be the number 32 of Dustin Lee, and to his outside, number 19 of Tim Cox. Jeremy Crandall, we just spoke to him. He's in the number 73. And to his outside, we have the number 1 of James Somke, and rounding out the top 5 is number 17 of Gary Sexton. 6th place, just outside the top 5, is the number 5 of Gary Whitmer Jr. there, and Jeff T. Martin will roll off behind him. To his outside is the number 18 of Mark Fravert. Behind them we have the 34 of Samuel Given, and rounding out the top 10 is the father of the Dix team, number 99, Chuck Dix.
Thanks, Curtis. Also, we have starting 11th, Eric Hawk in the 20, David Gainforth in the 101 starting 12th. Marcus Potts has been with us for a long time. He's a veteran driver. He is starting, looks like, in 13th in the number 2. We also have Andrew Kessler starting 14th in the 98. Ray Richer, he's a veteran driver. He is starting 15th in the 44. We also have a newcomer to our league, Tim Rangers, starting 16th in the 70. James Ross in the 14 machine. He'll be starting 17th. Derek Fisher in the 13. In the 13 will be starting 18th. We have Becky Burt. He's a famous radio voice. He is starting 19th in the 25. Richard Dix is starting 20th in the 21. 21st, we have veteran driver Chad Payne in the 9. David Wright is a veteran driver starting 22nd in the 42. Kevin Fetty is a very, very talented driver in the 94. He's starting 23rd. William Loeffler starting 24th in the 4. Everyone else did not take a time qualifying. You do not have to qualify here. We're getting ready to go green. Curtis, I'm going to let you bring us down. The remaining grid will be Jack Watts, Judd Danielson, Gabriel Wood, Josh Tanner, Vernon Margheim, Gerald Campbell's a new driver, David Camara, Ivan Garcia, Michael Fravert. And you can see the rest of the field. Go ahead, Curtis.
The pace car has pulled off for the first time in the Domino's TYJ Dented Fender's 2017 truck season. We are green. Dustin Lee brings us to the line. And good jump on the inside there by Dustin Lee.
Yes, he got a terrific jump off the line there. We do have the restart rule. You can go when you want to as soon as the pace car comes in. And they are trying to form single file behind him.
Yeah, it looks like everybody is trying to single file out into the inside for now. It's usually the faster way around this track, and I think you're going to see everybody wanting to run there, but these trucks seem to run the best on the outside out of pretty much anything that runs here, so that can definitely work if these guys want it to as well.
Yes, it definitely looks like we have got the leader, Destin Lee, holding off Jeremy Crandall, who's moved up smartly to second position. Jeremy Crandall, like I said, is from Florida. He's actually was down at Speed Weeks in Daytona this week working on the ARCA car. He is up to second. Behind him, we have Tim Cox. He's in car number 19. He's up to third.
And the 15 of James Somke has the one, and looks like the 34 pushing him there on the outside. They're the only ones really trying, and everybody else seems to be on the inside.
Yes, Curtis, you're going to see most of these drivers going to stick to the bottom as often as they can get to the bottom. You're going to have how many would you guess, Curtis? 3, 4, maybe 6 trucks on the outside to make a run on that inside lane?
Yeah, you're gonna. I would say you need at least 4 if the inside line, has like just a lineup like we see right now of 10 to 15 trucks all in a single file. So the outside line, like I said, it can work, and I really like running the outside here in the trucks, but the inside is gonna be where these guys are gonna want to run for the most part. And looks like Dustin Lee up front is still leading. He has led all the laps so far, and not too much change up through the field, where people just looking through the running order to see if anybody has jumped up a lot from where they started, and can't really see much other than people falling back a bit, which I assume was them starting on the outside and just not getting up to speed as fast as everybody else.
Yes, Curtis, this race is going to take a lot of strategy to win this one. You're going to have strategy on the track. You're going to have to be careful not to get any damage on either your Chevrolet Silverado or your Toyota Tundra. You're going to have the perfect pit strategy, whether it's green flag or caution flag. And fans, we just want to make sure you understand we are very happy you're joining us tonight again. The first fan who can pick accurately the winner of this race before lap 50, you've got about 45 laps to think about it, get your pick in. You can text 919-883-7497 or give us your pick on the race chat. You will win a free 3-topping large pizza from your local Domino's pizza store, carry out only, anywhere in the United States of America. Of course, we've given 12 to 13 of these away over the last 15 weeks. We're excited to do it, and we got a brand new feature we're going to bring in right now. Of course, we're very thankful to be running on All Pro Broadcasting. Michael D'Amico is running the cameras. We've got a new feature called Crank It Up. While we're under green flag here, we're going to give 1 second, make sure these guys can clear the lap truck of the number 7. It looks like Ricky Lake had a black flag he had to serve under green flag, and it looks like everybody is able to pass him. Curtis, what are you thinking about these guys getting around Ricky Lake real quick before we do the Crank It Up?
It's looking like the 15 of Jeff Martin, the one of James Somke, and the 34 of Samuel Given are really trying to make it work on the outside there, and it looks like they have a few more people that have joined them there on the outside, and yeah, I think everybody's just taking it easy right now. They want to get some laps in. They know that this is a 100-lap race, and you can't win it if you're not there on the last lap. So really, I think everybody's trying to take care of their stuff right now.
Yeah, thanks, Curtis. It looks like everybody did clear him. Ricky Lake in the 7 machine. He did drop back in line. He is 1 lap down. The first truck 1 lap down. He'll probably get the lucky dog here if we do have a caution. But while we're racing clean and green, Curtis and Michael, we're going to take our new feature. It's called Crank It Up. This is going to be awesome, guys. We'll let Michael take control here for the Crank It Up. Thank you, Michael. That was incredible. I tell you what, this is an awesome feature. Again, fans, we do appreciate you being here. Curtis, what's happened up front?
I was actually looking the other direction. I'm looking further back in the 29th position. Gabriel Wood, followed by the 72 of David Camara, the 83 of Joe Johnson. They got about looks like a 8 or 9 car breakaway maybe there. They've dropped off the lead pack entirely, and they're probably hoping for a big wreck and just hoping they don't get involved in it, which is could be a smart call, but it could come back to bite them.
Yes, sir, Curtis. As you know, this race can go green for a long time. We are almost 10 laps in the green, and where you position yourself will make a big difference in where you finish this race. I've said it before at Daytona, Talladega, Curtis. Not only do you have to have a great crew chief, not only do you have to have an excellent spotter looking all the way around this 2.5 mile Daytona track, you got to have perfect pit stops. You got to have all your crew members on pit road. You've also got to have a high degree of luck here, Curtis, because you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time or the right place at the right time, and that's going to have a lot to do with how you finish this race.
Yeah, and that goes back to exactly what Gabriel and his teammates were doing there. They just dropped off the pack, and they're hoping for a wreck, and they don't want to be caught up in it, and maybe they're just trying to avoid a bit of bad luck, and no, it can happen here. There's nowhere to go when somebody starts spinning, and all it takes is one person to make one small mistake as the pack is coming up here on lap car of Ray Richer.
Yes, Ray unfortunately is going a lap down. He is staying up high, which will be out of the way. Hopefully we stay green here.
And Ray is in the wall trying to keep it away from everybody. Hopefully he keeps it up there. Oh. Unfortunate for Ray there too. I don't think he would have got much damage other than maybe scraping some paint off, but just losing more time as he gets lapped by the field, and tough start to the season for Ray.
Yes, Ray is one of our veteran drivers. Hopefully he can get the lucky dog here. While we're having this green flag run, we're going to do another feature, fans. We thank you for being here. It's called Through the Field. We're going to start with the leader, Curtis. Give us a couple of information you've got on the Southeast driver, Dustin Lee in the 32 real quick, and then I'll take the next driver.
Alright, well, I know Dustin's been running in our qualifying races for a while there that we had in December and January, and he ran really strong, even on the non-plate tracks. I think he got a win, or he was at least running up front there for a lot of the races. He knows how to save his tires, so we see him running here up front at Daytona as well, and he's led every lap so far, and I'm sure he'd love to park it in victory lane tonight.
Thanks, Curtis. And running second right now, we have the 15 of Jeff T. Martin. Looks like he is in that atopgamer.com Chevrolet. He's making a run on the outside with a great big push. Looks like from James Homke in the number 1. We're going to go through the field, but we are having a lead change here, Curtis. So I did want to mention that. They're side by side here. Looks like going to work it out, and he might not actually lead that lap, but he definitely had a good run there with the push from behind.
Yeah, and every time they enter the corner, it's just the rubber band effect. It's whether or not the one truck of Somke can get the push and get him past Dustin Lee before they get to the start-finish line, and we haven't seen that happen yet. We've seen Martin peek past the 32 a couple times on the backstretch, but he hasn't been able to take a lap away on the score sheet yet.
Thanks, Curtis. Back to the field, number 2 now we have running Jeremy Crandall. We interviewed him earlier, fans. He is in the Scoops Ice Cream Silverado. Behind him, we already talked about Tim B. Cox. In 3rd position, we do have Jeff T. Martin. He's in that A-Top Gamer Chevrolet Silverado. Eric Hawk. He's one of our veteran drivers. Give us a little bit of history on Eric Hawk, Curtis. You've worked with him. You're one of his teammates in the other series.
Eric is he's one of those drivers that, you know, he just wants to finish the race, and he seems to run really well at these plate tracks. He's got that 239 hockey.net machine promoting his Pocky League that he plays on Xbox One. Hopefully he has a couple buddies watching right now from that. And yeah, another Canadian boy running in the Domino's TYJ League. We don't have too many of them, but yeah, a good friend of mine in real life, and glad to see him running up front here early on, and hopefully his luck continues tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And we do have Gary Sexton. He's in the Cross Continent Racing Chevrolet Silverado. He has moved smartly up to the 5th position. It looks like he started the race actually in 5th. He's maintaining where he is. He's moving to the outside line right now, but he is definitely one of our new drivers. He's been a big addition to our Domino's TYJ Racing League all the way around. He's helped us a lot with logos, graphics, videos, so we do appreciate Gary Sexton in that 17 Cross Continent Racing. As he moves down to the bottom line, he's definitely making some moves. Looks like he's going to be up to 4th position as they cross the start-finish line.
Yeah, things are looking a little bit interesting. I saw Jeremy Crandall almost get into the back of the truck in front of him down in turn 3 last time by, and yeah, I think people might be starting to get a little bit antsy. We've been green for 16 laps here. Green flag pit stops will probably be in another 10 to 15 laps. I think with the 75% fuel load that these guys are running, we can run, I'm going to say 31 laps maximum, but I think even that is pushing it. And so we're going to see at least 3 pit stops tonight if we do go green. And things are starting to, as we have contact up front there with the, I'm not sure who that was, the 17 of Gary Sexton and the 15 of Jeff Martin made a little contact coming off of 4 there.
Yeah, Dustin Lee jumps to the outside and gains the lead here as they go into, looks like, the turn, and it looks like Jeff T. Martin is battling back on the inside. Actually behind him. Dustin Lee actually is battling back on the, excuse me, Tim B. Cox is battling back on the inside here. This is exciting racing here, 2x2. Looks like about 4, 5, 6 rows back.
Yeah, and the outside line may be starting to come in because Dustin Lee is going to lead this lap from the outside line. So I think that is the first lap that we've seen the outside line lead in this race. It's lap 18 now, so I think it takes about 15 to 20 laps for the tires to start to wear a bit, and these guys on the inside have to start checking up, and the outside line has the momentum at that point.
Yes, sir. I do want to go back to through the fielder. I know we're taking our time. We just want to give all these great drivers and their excellent paint jobs a little bit of credit here. We're going to move now to the 6th running truck of James Somke. Using that one Chevrolet Silverado. Gaming is not a crime. James has been with us for over a year. He's one of our veteran drivers. He's won a couple of races earlier last year, and he's having a great run tonight also, Curtis.
Yeah, and Marcus Potts, he's another veteran Domino's driver that he had some good runs last year. He also had a lot of bad luck, and he's also converted his sim racing driving over to real life. I think he's got himself a late model car there, and he'll be doing some races this year. He was a pitman in ARCA last year, and yeah, just another guy that loves racing, and having a good run here tonight so far.
Yes, he's moved up from 13th to 8th. We also have Bucky Burt in the Fred Anderson Toyota of Columbia, Highway 376 Toyota Tundra. Excuse me, he's moved up to 11th. Looks like Bucky started all the way back in 19th. He's having a great run so far. He's been with us for over a year, Curtis.
Yeah, and another driver that I am really glad to see back in this field is the 94 of Kevin Fetty. He's, what truck is he driving tonight? He's driving the Crest Virginia Chevrolet Silverado, and pretty nice looking truck, if I might say. It's a pretty funny graphic on the rear quarter panel there, and yeah, he had a lot of good runs last year in Domino's TYJ, in the Cup Series, and the Truck Series that we ran, and I did not know that he was running in our truck series again this year, but really glad to see him back, and it looks like he's taken the strategy of falling back and just not running with the lead pack. Well, he's at the tail end of the lead pack there, and I think he's got enough room to back it down if something does happen.
Yes, Curtis, Kevin Fady in that 94 Chevrolet Silverado. He is running in 25th position, nice and safe, but he is with the main pack. He is from West Virginia himself. He's been a great veteran driver in our series for over a year and a half. He's done a lot to help us with our website, and we greatly appreciate him being in the race tonight, and hopefully for the whole 2017 series here in the Dented Fender Truck Race. Go back up towards the front there. I think I left off about 7th or 8th place there, Curtis.
Yeah, Samuel Given in the 34. I'm not sure if you know much about him. I do not, so I know we had not gone over him yet, though. Samuel Given must be a brand new driver to the league. He's in the dominating the short track BJ Racing, it looks like, incorporated Chevrolet Silverado. It's a little bit hard to read the graphics on that truck, but yeah, he must be a new driver to this series that I haven't had the chance to see drive yet, but he's running up there, third car back on the outside line in 6th place, and looks like he's just trying to take his time, and I'm not sure what these trucks on the outside line are going to do when it comes down to green flag pit stops there. They're going to have to fall back a long ways to get onto the inside line, or they're going to have to wait until the inside line pits before them.
Yes, Curtis, Samuel Given is one of our youngest drivers in the field. He did qualify for our series for our truck series through a couple of trial races a while back. He did contact me. He had his schedule freed up, and he was able to join for the 2017 opener and for the whole season. And he is looking really good in that dominating the track 34 Chevrolet Silverado tonight, up to 6th place. It's good to see that from a young man like himself. A little further back, like I said, we got Gary Whitmer Jr. in the 9th position. He's in the 5 Mountain Dew KMA over the top paint job Chevrolet Silverado. He's definitely a very talented driver. He's raced in many leagues throughout our racing. We're definitely happy to have him here and running a very clean race. And like you said, we are probably getting somewhere close to pit stops when we go through the rest of the top 15 or 20 if I can real quick. Michael Fravert is in the Twinkies Toyota Tundra in the 36. Michael Fravert has been part of our league. He's a veteran driver, been around for over a year and a half. He's doing a great job tonight. Looks like he started 33rd, believe it or not, all the way up to 11th. That's probably got to be the farthest moving up driver we got tonight here at Curtis. Behind him, we have Chad Payne. He's in the in memory of Bill Maverick Golden Dodge Silverado, the number 9 Chevy Silverado. He's up to 12th position. He has won quite a few trial races on these plate tracks. He's having a great run tonight again, Curtis. Again, we mentioned Becky Burt. We got Derek Fisher. He is in the AR15.com Chevrolet Silverado in the 13. He's up to 14th. We've got Chuck Dix in the Domino's TYJ Racing Chevrolet Silverado 99 machine. He is up to 15th. He's having a great run. He's also one of our veteran drivers who's been around for over a year and a half. Happy to have him in the field. And I tell you what, Curtis, that's to the top 15. We'll go through the rest of the field after these pit stops, but we're having a great run here so far. What do you think, Curtis?
Yeah, this is getting exciting. Like I said, these guys were getting a little bit antsy toward about 10 laps ago here. I think they settled down a little bit after that, but you can see that they're moving around the track a little bit more than they were at the beginning of the race, and that could be a product of this 93-degree track temperature and these guys running upwards of 195 miles an hour entering the corner in the draft. And not sure, yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether these guys, what they do for tires on green flag pit stop here this early in the race.
Yes, it just looks like a couple of trucks got down on the apron. They stayed out of the way as Chuck Dick roared past them. I don't know if those trucks had a couple of issues there, but that was a smart move on their part.
Yeah, and the the outside line guys are probably just looking for a spot to duck in line on the bottom now, because the guy beside them is going to have to pull into pit lane at the exact same time that they do if they want to get in there, and somebody can pretty much run them out of fuel if they so choose. So not a spot that you really want to be, as Michael Fravert is in the wall up front there in the 36 Twinkies machine. Looks like everybody makes it around him, but unfortunate for Michael there. He just looks like he might just overshot the corner a little bit there and brought it up into the wall.
Yes, looks like the 36 of Michael Fravert has not much damage at all. They should be able to get the hammers out, the bare bond, if there's that much damage at all on his truck, and get it fixed on this first pit stop, because he's definitely still running at pace speed. He's having a great run here. I don't think that was much damage at all. I don't even see a tire smoke rub on his truck, although he might be getting ready to make his way to the low line to get ready for pit stops, Curtis.
Yeah, I think his truck is just fine. He lost a couple positions there, but that was about it. It wasn't hard contact. It was literally just a scrape, and he probably lost about 5 miles an hour off it and lost a couple positions because of the momentum thing, but he'll still be good. He's still running in the top 10 there, and green flag pit stops got to be happening any time now.
Yes, sir, and while we're waiting on those, I did want to mention, fans, don't forget to get your pick in. You can text 919-8837-497. If you joined us late, you're wondering, what do you want to do that for? Do you like Domino's Pizza? Do you like pizza, period? This is a Domino's TYJ Racing Dented Fenders Truck Series, and yes, we do give away free pizzas every single race. All you have to do is pick the winner before halfway, which is lap 50. You can text that number, 919-8837-497. We've already got picks for Bucky Burton to win the race. We got a couple of picks, looks like for Gary Sexton to win the race. We got a couple of picks for Tim Martin to win the race. So get your picks in, or you can comment on the race chat. You just have to get that pick in before lap 50. We have had, Curtis, like I said, 12, 13 winners over the last 14, 15 weeks. You will get a free large 3-topping pizza from your local Domino's store anywhere in the United States of America. Yes, we have that much pull with Domino's through Domino's TYJ Racing. So get your picks in, and Curtis, these pit stops in a few minutes are going to be very exciting.
Yeah, and let me mention about the pizza giveaway that if multiple people pick the same person, it goes to the first person that picked them. So basically, you don't want to pick anybody that Robert just said that there were picks in for, because somebody else has already picked them before you, and there's only one pizza to give away per race. So just take note of that when you're making your pick there.
Yeah, Curtis, I have heard some team communications here. Pit stops are coming up in just a few minutes. Guys are working together with their teammates. As you know, when you have a pit stop here at Daytona, whether you're in the trucks, the Xfinity car, or the Cup car, you want to have at least one, if not two partners, Curtis, to come down pit road with, because you do not want to be alone coming off the pit road under green flag pit stops.
Yeah, and it looks like the one of James Somke coming down pit road, but is anybody else coming with him? No, he's going to be all by himself. He was in the lead. James Somke from the lead.
A couple trucks further back, it looks like the David Camara in the 72 is coming down. We also got Gabriel Wood coming down. We also have Richard Dix in the 21 U.S. Navy machine truck. We haven't talked about him much. They're coming down. Not to mention, we got William Locklear in the number 4 truck coming down. So we do have quite a few trucks on pit road this time. I guarantee you we're going to have a whole nother slew of trucks pitting the next time by, Curtis.
And James Somke cannot be happy that he was just leading a couple laps ago there, and he's going to have to pretty much wait. He's already out of pit lane there. He's all by himself. He's pretty much got to wait for Gabriel Wood back there for and all of his teammates, Richard Dix, David Camara. I'm not sure if they're teammates as the pack is coming up, and pit lane is going to be a busy place. I'm not sure how much longer these guys can go. I'm honestly surprised that we're on lap 33 and people are still out there, because we have Ray Witcher, Michael Lawler, Gene Collum, Joe Johnson all coming down pit lane right now. Tyler Chalk in the 07 machine, he's away. I'm not sure if he has a partner coming out of pit lane here. And Oh, contact between Tyler Chalk and Ray Richer on pit road. Both of them into the pit lane wall.
Yes, Curtis, that's not what you want to see. If we can get a quick replay of that, the 44 is still trying to get the truck turned around.
And Tyler Chalk did not get to pit, and I'm not even sure if he's going to have enough fuel to make it back around. Let me just go back and watch exactly what happened there. So Ray was on the outside getting ready to turn into his pit box. Tyler Chalk was coming out of pit lane on the bottom, and it looks like Ray kind of just turned down into him, and they both went into the wall. They both sustained quite a bit of damage, and no caution, but a little bit of a scare for some of the guys on top of the pit box there, and unfortunate for Tyler Chalk and Ray Richer.
Yeah, I tell you what, Curtis, like you said, Tyler did not even make his pit stop. Hope he get back, and Ray Richer, it cost him at least 15-20 seconds getting his truck turned around. Plus, they both have got some damage. I'm on the Ray Richer truck right now. He's back out, but he definitely took some damage there. And a lot of the trucks on pit road now, Curtis.
Chad Payne led a lap there, then took his truck down pit road. So we're on lap 34, and I think this is going to be pretty much everybody that's came down pit lane here, and so I think they can go. We're coming on to lap 35 here, so I'm going to say 35 laps. That might only make this a two-stop race, and some of these guys that pitted early might end up getting stuck into an extra pit stop if we go green here.
I tell you what, the leader, like you said, Chad Payne did lead the lap. He's coming off of pit road now. He's looking really good in that number 9 machine. He's coming out of pit road. He does have a partner behind him. Looks like Derek Fisher is going to be maintaining with Chad Payne. Hopefully they're going to be able to merge and get back in the draft, but this is going to change the whole running order. Chad Payne in that little red wagon truck, he did have a quick pit stop, but he's going to be overtaken by the leaders coming around, so this is definitely going to mix things up, Curtis.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to have not coordinated their pit stop with another person, because a lot of people came out all by themselves. I see Michael Fravert coming out there all by himself right now. Actually, he has a little bit of damage on his truck. Maybe he hit the wall entering his pit box. That's the only thing I can really think of. I'm gonna go back actually and look and see if he had some sort of incident with another driver, because he is slow on the bottom. He was driving in the grass for a second there. The number 36 machine of Michael Fravert, I think he spun it out there coming off of pit lane on the apron. Yeah, he just got loose on the apron and hit the wall, and wow, that's unfortunate for Michael Fravert. He was running in the 4th position.
I tell you what, Curtis, it makes me wonder, did he by chance just take 2 tires? A lot of times when you only take 2 tires, you come down pit road, you come back on the track, it's very easy for your truck to get loose. That's exactly what happened, looks like. And he's made a second pit stop, it looks like, Bruce.
Yeah, he did put the truck into the wall there, coming across the grass, and I think he's just gonna take the damage repair now and hope there's a caution, hope that he can get the lucky dog, because there's only a few trucks that are laps down right now, and wow, that's just really unfortunate. He was probably frustrated that he had nobody with him coming out of the pits. He didn't know what he was going to do, getting up to speed and getting into the draft, and just broke loose on him. He's still sitting there on pit lane getting it repaired. And it looks like Dustin Lee has cycled back into the lead. And he pitted on, let's see what lap he pit on here. He pitted on lap 33, so I'm pretty positive that he can make it on just one more pit stop. And I think most of these guys figured that if they went the distance past lap 33, that they could probably make it on one more pit stop. And familiar face, Dustin Lee up front, and Samuel Given has been running in the top 5-10 all night. He's up there with Vernon Margheim behind him and Marcus Potts in the 2 machine.
Yes, Curtis, I want to talk real quick about our third place running Vernon Margheim. He is in that 33 truck. That is the GTR Toyota Tundra. He started this race in 29th position. Curtis, he's made his way all the way up to third. He's definitely having a great run. He is one of the newcomers to our series here, the Domino's TYJ Dented Fender Truck Series. He's definitely got company on the outside now, but he's definitely having a great run.
Yeah, it looks like Marcus Potts and Gary Sexton making a big push all by themselves there on the outside against about 6 other cars. So pretty impressive. I'm not sure if they took, I'm sure they probably took the exact same 2 tires, 4 tires, no tires, same thing as Dustin Lee did for them to be in the exact same position on the track this soon after the pit cycle. But yeah, the outside line seems to be coming in great right now as they're coming up on lap truck of, who is that, Ivan Garcia in the 37 machine.
Yes, sir. Everything can happen here when you have green flag pit stops, Curtis. As you know, if you're speeding on pit road, if you don't get all the lug nuts tightened on your truck, you got to come back down pit road. You can easily go lap down, and we've got a battle for the lead again, Curtis. Looks like between Marcus Potts and Dustin Lee and Samuel Gibbons, the new youngcomer I was talking about earlier, has moved his way up to second and third. We also have Gary Sexton also. He does have a little bit of left rear spoiler damage. I'm not sure where he got that, if you see that, Curtis, or not, but he is still maintaining in 4th position.
Yeah, and a little bit further back, there's a large pack with Gary Whitmer in the 5 truck. He has the 14 of James Ross pushing him, and the 76 of Gene Collin behind them, and we got a whole slew of trucks behind them. And if they can line it up single file, they can easily catch this lead pack. But if they're battling it out like they are right now, I see Eric Koch, Judd Danielson, and I'm not sure who exactly that lead truck is on the outside there. They're not making it easy for themselves getting it up to the lead pack. They should probably just get single file and you know, try and catch the lead pack, but it's still not even at the halfway point of the race, so maybe they're comfortable running where they are, just a few seconds off the lead pack. They want to let these guys duke it out up front, and they do have lots of time to check up if something were to happen up front where they are right now.
That is true, Curtis. That's Andrew Kessler in the number 98 Monster Energy sponsor Toyota Tundra. He's on the outside there as they are passing the lap truck of Ivan Garcia. And these trucks are kind of spread out. The lead pack here in the second pack, and it does look like they're gaining some momentum. It definitely looks like
they're coming up.
Go ahead.
Looks like they're coming up on another lap truck in that Coca-Cola machine. I'm not sure who's driving that. It looks like it's James Ross. Actually, he's not a lap truck. He's just leaving lots of room on the bottom there as Gene Collin is just going to drive by him. And maybe James is falling back, and he has somebody that he's working with that's on the outside just a little bit farther back that he wants to link up with.
Yes, and fans, I do want to remind you real quick as we're following behind Gene Collin. He's in the Monster M&M combination sponsored Chevrolet Silverado in that 76 machine. He's having a great run. Actually, Gene is in 33rd position. Pardon me for that. Gene must have had some issues earlier. He started 36. He is 1 lap down, but he is in this pack of lead trucks. I was going to say I hadn't mentioned him before, but he is definitely one of our veteran drivers. Had some issues at some point, and it does look like, Curtis, the second pack has definitely caught the first pack. Looks like we're 2 by 2, 6, 8, maybe 9 rows back, Curtis. This is really getting exciting.
Yeah, and yeah, we're almost at the halfway point of this race, and there are still 17 trucks within 1.5 seconds of each other, and we have another pack with David Gainforth in the 101 leading that pack. Looks like there's about 6 trucks in that pack. They're 10 seconds off the lead, and everybody else is pretty much scattered out amongst themselves. We have 2 other smaller packs, and Chuck Dix, Gabriel Wood, Gerald Campbell running in the 23rd to 25th position, running in their little pack there. And Yeah, we still have 30 trucks on the lead lap, and that is really good for almost halfway through this race.
Yes, thank you, Curtis. One last time, fans. Again, we appreciate you being here for our debut Daytona race for the Domino's TYJ Racing Dented Fender Truck League Series live on All Pro Broadcasting. You do have about 4 more laps to get your picks in. All you have to do to win your free large 3-topping pizza is text 919-883-7497, or you can comment in the race chat. We've got a lot of people that have been picked. Gary Whitmer Jr. has been picked to win. Becky Burt's been picked. Marcus Pott has been picked. Kevin Fetty has been picked. We got a whole slew of drivers. Gary Sexton has been picked to win. A lot of guys, so get your picks in. You got about 3.5 laps to get that pick in, and we'll let you know at the end of the race who wins the free large 3-topping Domino's pizza from your local Domino's store tonight. I wanted to go back real quick, kind of through the field again, back to 18th position. We have David Gainforth. He is in the 101 Mr. Bubble Chevrolet Silverado. He is one of our veteran drivers, Curtis. He was running back in 18th. He started way back. Actually, started in 12th. He's lost a few positions. Behind David Gainforth, we have Ricky Lake. He was one of those trucks that had to pit early for a black flag. He's running in 35th position, 1 lap down. So we're going to not necessarily skip over him. But Jeff T. Martin, he was running up front in the A-Top Gamers 15 Chevrolet Silverado. He's back in 19th. Ricky Lake, sorry I mentioned him already. Kevin Fetty, we talked about him earlier. He's back in 20th. This is all the trucks in the second big pack of trucks way back in the field. I already mentioned Kevin Fetty earlier. He's doing great. Becky Burt has fallen all the way back to 21st in the second big pack. These guys are keeping it straight. They're keeping their fenders straight and clean. They'll definitely have plenty of time to get back up to the front. Mark Fravor, we haven't talked about him yet. We do have a couple of father-son combos in this race, fans. This is one of the most unusual things you're going to find in iRacing. We have got Mark Fravor running right now in the 22nd position in truck number 18. He is in the Mountain Dew Chevrolet Silverado. Yes, he is a brother of Michael Fravor. We've already talked about him tonight. He's having a good run. Mark is in 22nd. Chuck Dix is in 23rd position. We talked about him briefly. He's in the Domino's TYJ Racing sponsored truck. His son, Charles Dix, is in the 21 U.S. Navy machine tonight. They are both a family group in our Domino's TYJ Racing family. Love to have those family groups here in the race tonight. 24th, we have Gabriel Wood. We talked about him a little bit earlier. He is actually one of our commentators on Thursday nights. You would make sure you want to tune in to all of our All-Pro Broadcasting races on Thursday nights. We have Xfinity and then Top Shelf Cup alternating weeks. Gabriel Wood is having a great run tonight in 24th. He's lost a few positions. A little further back in the field, we have another brand new driver, Gerald Campbell. He is in the Gearheads Gaming number 6 Chevrolet Silverado. And we do have a big caution. We do have a big wreck up front, right in front of these guys.
Ricky Lake in the 7 hard into the wall. And I'm going to have to go back and watch that replay, but wow.
Yeah, I'm pulling up that replay right now. It will take us just a second, guys. Again, get your picks in for the free pizza. We're going to go over this replay in just a second.
Okay, so from my perspective there, it looks like the 15 of Jeff Martin maybe thought, it looks like he maybe got a little bit of a bump there from Samuel Given and just came down the track, absolutely threw the 7 of Ricky Lake into the fence. Kevin Fetty, awesome job getting through there. Wow. A couple other trucks pile in. That wasn't the big one, but there's a few trucks involved, and 94 of Kevin Fetty might need a new racing suit after that one, but his truck is clean, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was interesting. It didn't take out that many vehicles, but it was a wreck. We did go 48 laps without a caution, which is pretty impressive. Again, on that replay, it definitely looks like Samuel Gibbons in the 34 just got into the 15 just a slight bit. That turned him down into the 7 of Ricky Lake, and then it was on. And yes, Kevin Fetty got through there pretty cleanly. It looks like a couple of trucks up on their hoods. Look at that replay. That's incredible. Hopefully all these drivers will be safe.
And it looks like a lot of people coming down pit lane here, which is a little bit surprising because these guys are going to have to make one more pit stop pretty much no matter what. So I think somebody like Gabriel Wood, who his strategy wasn't really working out how he wanted so far, now he's brought his truck down pit lane, so you might see him just take two and try and get back out there. But I'm honestly pretty surprised to see almost everybody coming down pit lane here.
Yes, sir, Curtis. Some of these guys are coming in, and they're getting either the two tires because they were not in too long ago, and they're going to try to position themselves for the end of this race, Curtis. But some guys stayed out. Give us an update real quick, Curtis, on who stayed out.
I don't have scoring yet, but it looks like the 35 no, Ray Richards laps down. Yeah, I'm not too sure. It looks like Ivan Garcia maybe has stayed out. Or Samuel Given. I'm not sure actually. The scoring is not updated yet, and still scoring Dustin Lee in the lead, but we will see this time by if anybody did stay out.
Alright, Curtis. While we've got this quick break, we are going to take our first commercial break. Again, fans, we appreciate you being here. Come right back. We'll give you an update on who's going to win the free large 3-topping Domino's pizza. You are watching the Scoops Ice Cream 250 live on All Pro Broadcasting, also live on the iRacing Live portal. Scoops Ice Cream from Vieira, Florida. Making family traditions one scoop at a time. Fans, we will be right back.
Smithley, driver the number 0, JD Motorsports Chevrolet, and you're watching All Pro Broadcasting.
Welcome back, race fans, to the Domino's TYJ Racing Dented Fender Truck Series live on All Pro Broadcasting here at Daytona Speedway for our inaugural race of the 2017 series. The lights are off on the pace car, Curtis. We're getting ready to go back to green. What did you notice here for the restart?
It looks like almost everybody pitted in. Not too much has been shaken up running-wise, but it's going to be interesting to see these guys all get bunched back up in a pack of, 31 cars on the lead lap when we've had green flag pit stops, and they've pretty much been divided in half. So basically a clean restart of the race from halfway now. There's a lot of positions that have been shaken up, but still lots of trucks on the lead lap as the pace car pulls off here.
Green flag, green flag.
Green
Yes, sir.
flag, and Dustin Lee is going to lead him to the line again with Marcus Potts on the outside, and Dustin Lee does get a good jump there. And
He sure does, Curtis. Of course, you don't necessarily want a good jump here at Daytona or Talladega because the trucks will catch up to you just like we're seeing now.
yeah, who's that behind? The 33 of Vernon Markheim. Looks like he had a little bit of trouble getting in behind Dustin Lee there, but yeah, they had everybody else cleared by about 3 truck lengths, but everybody just sucked right back up to them because 2 trucks is just not fast enough to outrun everybody else.
Yes, sir,
Vernon
Curtis.
Markheim hit the apron again that time. Wow, in turn 3. He's getting a little bit out of shape down there on the bottom in the third. Looks like it'll be the 4th position now. Second car back on the inside.
Looks like we're staying green, and Curtis, this will be another great opportunity for one of our brand new features here at All Pro Broadcasting. We call it Crank It Up. Fans, turn up your Wi-Fi, turn up your surround sound, and listen to this awesome Crank It Up by Michael D'Amico and All Pro Broadcasting. Take it away, Mike. Thank you, Michael, for that awesome Crank It Up. We've got battles all over the track, especially at Fender, Curtis. We got 2x2 going down the back stretch, 3 or 4 rows back. It definitely looks like Marcus Potts has got the lead here. Behind Marcus Potts, we have Vernon Markheim making a move to the outside. And Jeremy Crandall is right behind Marcus Potts as they're passing the lap car. Hopefully they can do this cleanly. They're getting around, looks like Mark Favored in the 18. And we are staying green.
Yeah, and one guy I want to talk about, one of our biggest movers in the field so far, the number 93 of Michael Lawler, and that surfboard high-speed cable modems IRAPS Toyota Tundra. He started all the way back in 38th, and he's made his way up to 16th. He's seems to be going at the right time. We're just past the halfway point. I think he was riding back in that second pack earlier on in the race that was riding back about 10-15 seconds off the field, and seems to be going at the right time now as he has the 101 of David Gainforth below him in his Mr. Bubbles machine.
Yes, Michael Lawler is one of the newcomers to the Domino's TYJ Racing family. He has done very, very well in some of our tryout races. He's also in the Xfinity League Fans, which you can catch on Thursday nights. Actually, tomorrow night will actually be our Top Shelf Cup race at California. You do not want to miss it. The talent in this field is going to be somewhere near, but not quite as excellent as the talent you're going to see tomorrow night in the Top Shelf Cup League. All these drivers in all 3 series are excellent talents. But yeah, Michael Lawler is having a great run tonight in the IRAPS surfboard. That's a beautiful truck there, Curtis, and he's definitely having a good run tonight.
It looks like Dustin Lee has taken back over the lead up front there that time by, and Vernon Markheim on the inside.
He's looking for the lead himself, coming out, looks like turn Turn 3 going down the front stretch, or the back stretch, excuse me. These trucks are all over each other. Sorry, Curtis.
It was only 13/1000ths of a second last time by that Dustin Lee led by, so we'll see if he gets the push this time, like he did the last lap, to get the lap led. He's pretty far back, so... Oh, and they do get a huge run coming off the corner. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough for him to lead this lap. It is. Dustin Lee leads that lap by, it looks like 13/1000ths of a second again, so exact same separation as last time by.
Yes, and just as he gets the lead, he almost moved down, but he decided not to leave his drafting partner, Gary Sexton. And Vernon Margam is going to get the run on the low line. They're side by side. Again, going down the back stretch. This is an incredible racing here, Curtis.
Yeah, and Dustin Lee does ditch Gary Sexton there on the outside. Is he going to swing back up when... I don't think he is going to swing back up when the on the corner exit of turn 4 here, because he's got almost a truck length on them now, but that's about the third time that I've seen somebody go from the outside to the inside once they got clear for the lead, and not the best way to make friends at this point. It is a good way to get some laps led, but I think I'd be sticking with the guy that was pushing me and trying to get him clear as well.
Yes, sir, Curtis. They have been working well together, but as you know, every single point counts as we lead these 29 races in the Dominus TYJ Racing Dented Fender Truck Series to the chase. If you get a point for leading the lap in the first race, you're going to have to do that. Hopefully Gary Sexton will be able to help him a little bit later in the race. I wanted to go back just a couple of spots here on the outside line. We do have David Wright. He is in position 7 in that 42 Triad Parts. Yeah, it looks like the Triad Computer 42 Chevrolet Silverado. He has had a great move up front. He started back in 22nd. He's all the way up to 7th. He is one of our veteran drivers having a good run again tonight, Curtis.
Yeah, we still have 24 trucks within 2 seconds of the leader, so everybody is still bunched up, and people got to be starting to get a little bit frustrated soon that they really don't have anywhere to go. There's nowhere for them to advance position unless they take it 3 wide, so we'll see how much longer these guys can keep their cool for, and I'm pretty sure they are going to have at least one more pit stop. I saw Dustin Lee, Gary Whitmer, a few other guys saving fuel on that last yellow flag, so not sure if they think they can make it to the end. I'm pretty sure they can't, because they pitted on about lap 53, I think the caution was, and that's just way too many laps for these guys to go on a 75% fuel load.
So, Curtis, in your opinion, we're definitely going to have more pit stops, even if we stay green. All the trucks will be coming back down pit road one more time, in your opinion. Yeah,
I think we'll see them have to come down pit road at about lap, I'm going to say 87 to 90 is going to be the most they can really push it. So you're going to see guys stay out as long as possible, just because they don't want to get caught a lap down pitting before somebody else, but that's about as far as they can go, I think, is about lap 87 to 90.
Thanks, Curtis. I tell you what, this battle up front is still heated up as Vernon Markheim goes to the outside. That is 3 wide there. Looks like he's going to be stuck in the middle as Gary Sexton makes a move on the outside, and Dustin Lee is the leader as we speak, but these guys are going to try to maintain. This is some incredible racing here up front.
And Vernon Markheim is going to go backwards pretty fast if he doesn't find somebody to work with. Unless he can use the side draft of both of these trucks to stay up there. But they're 3 wide up there for battling for the second position. And it looks like Gary Sexton is going to fall back in line there and not go 3 wide into turn 1.
Yeah, that was some incredible racing, and they did clear it out. Looks like Gary Sexton did fall back below Vernon Margam. It is a little bit too early to be pushing 3 wide, and these guys have been putting on an incredible show tonight, fans. I know you're getting your money's worth. Obviously, you didn't pay a lot to watch this race, but we do appreciate you being here, and one of you is going to win the free large 3-topping pizza, but you're definitely getting a good view, a good show tonight here at the Dominus TYJ Racing debut.
And Dustin Lee just continues to dominate this race. I'm not sure if I've seen somebody dominate at a plate track as much as Dustin is right now in quite a while. I mean, he's led 85% of these laps, pretty much every lap that hasn't been a pit cycle lap with somebody else pitting after him. It's pretty impressive. I've seen him go to the outside, block the outside line as Gary Sexton and Tim Cox have a big run on the outside there. They're going to go 3 wide around Vernon Markheim now. I think they are.
It looks like 17 to Gary Sexton is losing the momentum. One more time, he's going to have to fall back in line behind Vernon Markheim in that 33. These guys are racing smart. They're racing clean. I tell you what, this is incredible, Curtis.
Yeah, and not sure if these guys are really helping each other, trying to get around the 33 of Vernon Markheim. If they just pushed him at this point, they would be a lot closer to Dustin Lee right now than they are. They're a whole truck length off as they're gaining some speed on the backstretch here, but right now I think it's best to just keep it too wide until, as Vernon Markheim gets squirrely going into turn 3 and they're wrecking.
Yes, big crash out, big crash on the racetrack. We will definitely have this replay pulled up in just a minute. That was almost due to happen with the way as hard as these guys were racing.
And it looks like Vernon Markheim just got a little bit squirrely entering turn 3 there. Went up into the wall, came back down into Gary Sexton. Gary Sexton hits the 14 machine of James Ross there. Tim Cox piles in. 98 machine piles in of Andy Kessler. Judd Danielson, Eric Koch, Kevin Fetty. That was the big one.
Yes, sir, as we pulled this replay up, like you just said, 33, he just gets a little squirrely. We've had quite a few laps on these tires now, Curtis, and as we know with this track temperature in these trucks, you got to keep it on the floor all the way around. Sometimes you can hold on to it, sometimes you can't.
Oh, and going back and watching the replay there, it looks like Eric Koch, hard lick on his lid there. I'm sure he's going to have to take a trip to the infield care center, but hopefully he's all right. A little bit of bad luck. His night is going to be over now, along with a lot of other drivers. Judd Danielson, I think Gabriel Wood was involved there because he was running up front, and he seems to be back in the 30th position now. So a lot of guys just getting wrecked there, and like you said, it was bound to happen. We only had one other caution, and it wasn't a very big one. These guys' laps were winding down and getting a little bit antsy.
Yeah, that was very interesting, Curtis. If you can give us a quick idea on the pit stops here coming up, see who decides to do what, and how we're going to restart this field in just a minute. I'm going to get a quick rundown from you, and then we'll go.
Yeah, it looks like Dustin Lee took 2 right sides only, and Marcus Potts came out in front of him, so... Actually, no, Marcus Potts did not come out in front of him, so Marcus Potts took 2 tires as well. Jeremy Crandall, same thing. I think a lot of these guys were either taking 2 tires or fuel only. At this point, they can make it to the end on fuel if we go green. So I don't think we'll see any more pit stops now unless it's for damage repair.
So quick question for you real quick, Curtis. Gene Collum, he is right behind the pace car. He's going to get the wave round more than likely, you reckon? Or did he just stay out?
James Ross.
Gene Collum, I'm sorry.
Oh, Gene Collum. Gene Collum, yeah, he will be getting the wave around if he is the first car behind the pace car there. Unless he stayed out, we're going to have to wait until the scoring comes around there. First car scored 1 lap down right now is Ivan Garcia, so he would be the lucky dog.
That'll be very interesting. And fans, we're going to take our final commercial break here as we get the starting lineup figured out once they cleared the start-finish line. Again, you are watching the Scoops Ice Cream 250 live on All Pro Broadcasting here at Daytona. Scoops Ice Cream from Vieira, Florida, making family traditions one scoop at a time. We will be right back. Do not go anywhere, fans. Thank you.
You're watching All Pro Broadcasting with Freedom Train.
Jackson from Team Target. All the best to everybody at iRacing Brazil.
Simona Di Silvestro, and I hope all the iRacers in Brazil are having a lot of fun on iRacing.
Hi, I'm Justin Wilson. Want to say hello to all the iRacers down in Brazil. Hope you have fun, enjoy the racing, take it easy.
Hey, I'm Wyatt Gooden, and iRacing Brazil, awesome league. You guys are great, cool league.
Mandar abraço aí pro pessoal do iRacing Brasil. Continue jogando aí.
Aí galera, eu sou o Hélio Castro Neves. Fique ligado no iRacing Brasil. Vamos lá, Brasil.
Vamos lá.
Welcome back, race fans, to the Scoops Ice Cream 250 here live on All Pro Broadcasting at Daytona. Curtis, the lights are out on the pace car. We're getting ready for a restart. Looks like we got a new player as the leader, David Camara in the 72. I think he might have stayed out. What are you thinking, Curtis?
I think David Camara just didn't take any tires. Marcus Potts, Dustin Lee, and everybody behind them took two. Not 100% sure on that one. I wasn't watching David Camara on that pit stop, but the pace car pulls off and they're green. David Camara is going to lead him to the stripe this time by.
Yes, and he does get the lead there as Marcus Potts is fighting back on the outside. We also have Dustin Lee in third as they do a little bump drafting there. The top two truck, they're battling for the lead here. We've got about 27 laps to go. Jeremy Crandall on the outside. We have a lap truck on the bottom. He's staying below the double yellow line. Thank you, Judd Danielson. As Marcus Potts is getting the push up to the lead. We'll see if he can maintain it coming through turn 3 and 4, Curtis.
Yeah, and there was a lot of trucks damaged in that wreck. I think we're only going to have about a 10 to 12 car breakaway. Everybody else just has damage and can't keep up, or they're repairing damage and they didn't get out fast enough to get the green, so they're not going to be fast enough anyway. But we still have at least 10 very competitive trucks here tonight that anybody has a shot to win.
Yes, sir. It does look like we have about a 5-truck breakaway at the lead here. Curtis, we've got a couple of trucks nose to tail behind them, 3 more trucks nose to tail. If those guys can get lined up, they're definitely going to catch this front lead pack. Those trucks would be Derek Fisher, Curtis, in the 13. He's running in 6th. Right behind him we have Jack Watts. I haven't talked about him much tonight. He's in the 66, running in 7th, and they have caught the lead pack already, Curtis. That was quicker than I thought.
Yeah, and right now it looks like they just want to go single file and try and make it to the end and make their moves when the time is right, because they saw how many trucks just got taken out of that. There's at least half the field that we had still running on the lead lap took damage on that one. So
yes, I want to mention a couple of trucks. Although we do have a battle for the lead, Dustin Lee, who's led most of this race, takes a peek to the outside. He's getting some help here from the 73 of Jeremy Crandall in the Scoops Ice Cream. He's got to be careful not to give him too much of a push. They are definitely trying to battle here on the outside. It does not look like it's working this time, but we know they're going to re-rack and try it again, although they're getting another run. As they're coming through the front stretch in the tri-oval, Curtis, this is really heating up here.
yeah, and it looks like Crandall is pushing hard to stay on the bumper of Dustin Lee there. He gave him a little bit of an unsquare shove into turn 3, and that'll gain you some speed, but it's also a little bit dangerous. But Jeremy, like you said, he does a lot of work at Daytona and around the racetracks, so he knows what he's doing. But definitely looks like they're getting a good run down there in a turn 3.
Yeah, I tell you what, both of these guys, Dustin Lee, Jeremy Crandall, even David Camara, Gerald Campbell, these guys are putting on a show. They definitely knew how to race these trucks at Daytona and stay out of trouble. Obviously, they're here in the lead pack. They were not involved in that first wreck or the last big wreck we just had, and they are definitely putting on a show. It takes a lot of talent as well as the luck I talked about earlier, Curtis, to be running up front here and to be able to maintain the side draft with the trucks on your low side, right on your bumper. They're running right at 194 miles an hour, Curtis, I'm looking at, and this is really incredible.
And it looks like Derek Fisher and Jack Watts are catching that lead pack with the top 5, and not far behind them we have Mark Fravert with Richard Dix and Tim Rangers behind them. And they still have a shot to catch up.
That is true. If they'll get single file, they'll definitely make it to the front. I do want to talk real quick about Tim. He is in the number 70 truck. He is brand new to the league. He actually has his wife spotting for him. They are Tim and Michelle Rangers. I was once, I can't read everything, but they're in the JT.
The truck now that you see that.
Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, it's a married couple. It's a husband-wife team. JTM Motorsports. Big Wreck costing us out. That was the leader. Wow. We'll bring that replay up in just a minute.
Oh, and Jeremy Crandall just wasn't clear going into turn 3 there. Comes down on the 72 of David Camara, and David was just leading some laps. Dustin Lee gets away scot-free, and who else piled in there? It looks like the 21 of Richard Dix and the 70 of Tim Rangers, who we were just talking about, absolutely plowed in there, and he might, his race might be over now.
This changes everything, Curtis.
Yes, it does. Another lead pack of cars just taking quite a bit of damage, and I know Bucky Burt, Michael Lawler, and Gary Sexton, I think they had the strategy of falling back a little bit there and hoping that something happened, and they might be the big winners in that.
Yes, as we've said before, on these plate tracks, Daytona, Talladega, luck has a lot to do with it. You're running 194 miles an hour, Curtis. Something happens in front of you. The brake packages on these trucks, Curtis, are so small. They can get you slowed down on pit road when you're used to slowing down for pit road, but to slow down for a big wreck in front of you when you're running 190, 195 miles an hour, it is just not going to happen. And sometimes you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, and it looks like the only trucks really coming down pit road are ones that took some damage. We should still have about 16 trucks on the lead lap when we go back green here. That only took out about 3 or 4 trucks. It wasn't near as big as the other wreck, so closing in on 20 laps to go, and we're going to be about 18 laps to go when we go back green here.
Yeah, we're going to talk about who's leading right now. It looks like Dustin Lee. He's led how many laps so far, Curtis?
Well, I don't have an exact number, but I'm going to guess and say we're heading on to lap 80. He's probably led at least 65 laps of this thing, and like I said, they've been running side by side for a lot of the time, so that's pretty impressive that he's been able to keep the lead for that many laps and not have at least somebody duck by him by a nose on the outside or on the inside. And he's in his over-the-top paints and designs Southeast Motorsports Chevrolet Silverado, and like I said at the beginning of the race, he's ran quite a few solid races in the tryout races here in December and January for the Domino's TYJ Dented Fenders Truck Series, and so it's not just plate tracks that he runs well at, but he can run well anywhere, and he's pretty much putting it to this field here tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, some other drivers I want to talk about real quick who's made some big moves. Gerald Campbell, he's moved all the way up to 3rd position. He is near the leader there. But yeah, Dustin Lee is one of the newcomers to our league. He was not racing in 2017. He signed up a couple of months back, did very well in a couple of the tryout races there, Curtis. And you're absolutely right. He is putting on a dominating performance here tonight. But I tell you what, just because he's led most of the laps tonight, Curtis, you've been in this position before. Last year, you won a lot of truck races. So you can speak from experience, Curtis. I can't really speak from experience, but at Daytona, Talladega, Curtis, just because you're leading most of the laps, we got 19 laps to go, Curtis. This does not mean Dustin Lee has won this race at all. Everything and anything can happen here in the last 19 laps, right, Curtis?
Yeah, you also have Marcus Potts in the 2 machine there, he's been right there in the top 3 for the entire race, and I don't think he ever has won. He ran all last season in both Domino's leagues that we had last year, and I don't think he has ever gotten a win. He's had a few top 5s, and he's been running in the top 3 all night here, and I'm sure he believes that he has a shot at it. And why don't we pull him in here see if we can get a hold of Marcus Potts in the 2 machine, see what he has to say about his race so far.
That sounds like a great idea.
And Marcus is just doing some radio communications with his crew chief here.
I got him here.
Grandpa won a lot of championships at Bowman.
Hey Marcus, sorry to interrupt you there, sir. We just wanted to pull you in the broadcast booth live here with Curtis. We want to give a quick shout out to you. You're running great tonight. How do you feel your chances are to win this race?
I think they're pretty good. Just got to, you stay up here on the high lane or get the momentum going. Hopefully stay out of trouble.
So far, you've been up front pretty much the whole race. Do you have any secrets for us?
Keep you out of trouble mainly, and I guess that pit stop we had to make under green flag conditions, that played a big part of it too. So I stayed out until the last run mainly, and that helped us get to the front right there.
I tell you what, Curtis, Marcus, we wish you a lot of luck, and we will talk to you hopefully in Victory Circle here in a few minutes.
Yeah, thanks, man. Don't jinx me though.
Okay, we hope to talk to you next week.
All right, man. Thank you.
Go ahead, Curtis, while I figured this out.
And they are coming back to the, they're lined up 2 by 2 with Dustin Lee in the lead here, as we said. Marcus Potts, who we just talked to, on the outside line in second. Gerald Campbell in the 6 machine in third position there with the 13 of Derek Fisher. He has worked his way up to the 4th position. And the pace car is getting ready to pull off. Lights are off. Pace car pulls off, and we could be going green for the final time here in race 1 of the Domino's TYJ Dented Fenders Truck Series. Dustin Lee leads into the line once again.
He gets a great jump. Marcus Potts is keeping it close, keeping him honest. We also have Gerald Campbell, like I mentioned earlier, one of our newest drivers to the series. He is running a very great race up in third. Actually, he's moving to second as we speak on the low line there. And look who's coming now. We got Mark Fravor in the 18. He is up to 5th. He's having a great move. Go ahead.
Gerald Campbell made an aggressive move to the outside there in front of Marcus Potts. He's trying to get around Dustin Lee, and it looks like they have the run there around the corner, and they're only going to get more of a run on the straightaway. And I think the 6 of Gerald Campbell might be able to get clear this time. Will he ditch Marcus Potts, or will he stay where he is and try and pull him around? I'm not sure if they can both get clear. I think they're both going to get clear before they head down to turn 1 there, and they do.
Just barely. Oh, they just almost touched there. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Curtis.
Yeah, Gerald Campbell and Marcus Potts make it work there on the outside. They drive right around Dustin Lee, who has led most of this race, and I think Marcus and Gerald are gonna stick together here if they can. They just drove around the outside, or Gerald anyway, waited for Marcus to get clear before he pulled down. So Gerald is just trying to make a friend and hope that Marcus will push him to the win.
Yes, sir, but we've got some new players up front, Curtis, like we talked about. We have got Derek Fisher in the number 13. He's up in position 4, although he's getting past now on the low side, looks like. You got Mark Fravor, who started way back. He started in 26th position, Curtis. He is up to 4th position as they do clear him. And now it looks like Dustin Lee's going to make a move, and Marcus Potts is going to jump out right in front of him. And they are going to probably make a big run here on the leader. What a smart move to get around Gerald Campbell.
Yeah, and Gerald Campbell waited for Marcus Potts to get clear on that last pass there, and Potts gets back around, and I'm not sure that's going to sit too well with Gerald Campbell, so I'm sure he'll try and get back around Marcus if he can here, coming to 15 laps to go.
Yes, sir. We do have another player that's been up front a lot of the race. Gary Sexton in the 17. Chevrolet Silverado, he is still up in 6th position. We've also got Ivan Garcia in the 37. He's up to 8th. And these guys are mixing it up, trying to get every kind of run they can. Obviously, the laps are going to wind down pretty fast, and these guys are jockeying for position.
And Jeremy Crandall's still running with that lead pack there in 11th position, and kind of surprising, he got quite a bit of damage on that. I thought he got quite a bit of damage on that last wreck, but I guess he didn't, as we see. Looks like Gene Collum gets there and down on the apron. He's going to lose everybody and fall back a bunch of positions.
Yeah, that was a very smart, very talented, very experienced move. He got loose. He got below the double yellow line. He saved it, but he stayed below the double yellow line to not cause another caution. Another driver I want to talk about, Ray Richer in the 44.
Oh,
big wreck. Sorry about that.
Raver goes around.
We'll bring that replay up in just a minute, fans. That's definitely going to change everything one more time, Curtis. I tell you what, these fans are definitely getting They're non-money's worth here, because this has been some incredible racing with just a few cautions, but this one's going to reset the field one more time.
Yeah, and it looks like Mark Fravert and the 13 of Derek Fisher came together off that corner. It's, I don't know, Mark was up quite a bit off the yellow line, but it also looks like Derek was coming down a little bit and just hooked him into the fence. It looks like, did Dustin Lee get a, no, he didn't get any rear end damage on that. Everybody else seems to have made it through scot-free, but Mark Fravert junk in the wall.
Yeah, those two trucks just kind of came together. They were passing a lap truck of James Ross in the Coca-Cola machine just a few feet earlier. And that's what's happened when you're racing 192 miles an hour. You think you've got a foot, and you've only got 3 inches.
And Marcus Potts has taken the lead from Dustin Lee, who is led most of this race, And yeah, we talked to him there about 8 to 10 laps ago, and I don't know, it didn't seem like he didn't seem too confident in his abilities to win, but he's been looking pretty sharp up there all night. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if he has people around him that want to work with him. Gerald Campbell did want to work with him, but Marcus drove it back around him. I'm not sure if they're going to want to do that anymore, but it'll be interesting to see if Dustin Lee can get back to the lead here with closing in on 10 laps to go. He's led most of this race, and he probably really feels like he deserves the win.
Real quick, Curtis, in your opinion, all these leaders are staying out, correct? Nobody's coming down pit road at this point?
Yeah, nobody will be coming down pit road, I wouldn't imagine, because they don't need the tires, they don't need the fuel, and they don't want to lose the track position.
Exactly. So we're going to be set up for about a 10-lap race shootout here at Daytona, right, Curtis?
That's right. It looks like we're going to have about 10 to go when we go green. And still 17 trucks on the lead lap, and when we were going green there, we still had 15 within 2 seconds of the leader, so that was pretty much the lead pack, was 15 cars, and almost anybody can win it from there.
Yeah, I tell you what, Dustin Lee is definitely the favorite at this point. We do have some other players up front, like you said, Marcus Potts could steal this one.
Yeah, Bucky Burt has been running a really smart race there too. His truck looks perfect, I do think. Doesn't have any damage unless I just can't see it. He might have a little bit of a bent up rear spoiler on the right side, but he's ran a really solid race. He's been running, he had the strategy of falling back before, and now he's up in the top 10 at the right time, and hopefully things don't get too dicey and he can bring it home where he's running.
Yeah, some other guys I want to talk about. Gerald Campbell, we already mentioned him. He started 30th. He's up to 3rd. Some other guys, Ivan Garcia, he's in that 37 machine. He started 32nd. He's up to 6th. I do have to give a shout out real quick to Jack Watts in the 66. He started 25th. He's up to 8th. And we got some other guys that started back in the field. We've also got some guys that started up front that have fallen back pretty far. Whether they had issues on pit road, they got caught up in accidents, or still in the lead lap here. One driver, Tim Cox in the 19, he started 2nd. He's back to 15th. It's going to be real interesting here, Curtis, to see who can put the end of this race together. Who can make the right moves at the right time? Basically, all these leaders, Curtis, have got the same tires. They got the same fuel. They got the basic same setup in the truck here. So, what's it going to take for somebody who's running back in 4th, 5th, 6th, 10th to get to the lead and win this first race of the 2017 inaugural race for Domino's 2YJ?
Well, it's going to take people who are willing to a 4th or 5th place position to get somebody the win, because now I think you're going to see a lot of people. It's the shorter way around, and you know, if you don't have enough trucks up on the outside, it's hard to make it work. We have seen 2 trucks make a pass by themselves tonight, so I think the outside line will work, and I'm going to say that the winner is going to come from the outside line of this race if we go green. The lights are off atop the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car, and they're stacking up 2 by 2 by 2.
Yeah, this is going to be an incredible finish here, Curtis. I'm very excited to see if Marcus Potts in the 2 can maintain that lead. Like I said, we've got Gerald Campbell, one of the newer drivers, running 3rd, but he's on the low line. And Dustin Lee, who's been leading most of this race, Curtis, is up there in 2nd position on the high line. He has got Derek Fisher in the 13 right behind him. We got Gary Sexton running 5th. Ivan Garcia running 6th. Jeremy Crandall, one of the hometown favorites, running 7th. Jack Watts up to 8th. David Gainforth has moved his way all the way up to 11th. Ray Richards in 10th. He was 2 laps down at one point, Curtis. I'm going to let you take this green flag for us.
Marcus Potts is going to lead us to the green flag for the first time tonight, I do believe, and pace car is off. Green flag. Marcus Potts gets a good jump on the outside there. Dustin Lee is already a truck length back, and I think Lee might even been in 3rd there by the time, 3rd position by the time they crossed the line. Gerald Campbell gets a good push on the rear bumper of Marcus Potts.
Yes, sir, Dustin. Dustin Lee is fighting back on the outside, but right now it looks like he's all alone.
Derek Fisher about half a truck length back, but that is not going to be enough right now. Does Fisher go to the bottom and just leave Dustin Lee out to dry, or does he try to push him? It looks like he's going to try and push him because he's had room to get in there.
They might fall down here in the lower lane and wait a few more laps. Go ahead.
Oh, and Fisher was trying to push Lee, and he stayed up on the outside line there, and he could have went down, and then Lee went down and left him, and now Derek Fisher has lost a few positions.
Yes, but it looks like the 17 they go 3 wide behind him. I was just gonna.
Derek Fisher was in the wall there. No caution.
Yes, I was just going to say it looks like the 32 went to the high side of Dustin Lee. For a minute, he had Gary Sexton, the 17, behind him, but they must have had to check up and lose some momentum, although Gary Sexton, now he's got Jeremy Crown behind him, and Bucky Burke's making the move to the outside here. Although Bucky has no help. Sorry, Curtis.
These guys know that you basically cross over lap 95 here at Daytona, and there's a caution, the race is over, because as most people know, iRacing, we don't have a green-white checkered system, and not enough time to stack the field back up and go green, and so pretty much the time is now, because you never know when that caution is going to fly. It does look like Dustin Lee and Bucky Bird are the takers on the outside there. They're the only 2 trucks. Everybody else going to the bottom, just like I predicted there. Marcus Potts holds strong on the bottom with the 6 machine of Gerald Campbell behind them, followed by Gary Sexton and Jeremy Crandall, who I'm surprised he got back up there. He I don't know how he didn't get much damage off that wreck where he didn't think he was cleared heading into turn 3, but he's recovered. He's back up there. He looks like he's got a little bit of spoiler damage, and he's vying for a top 5 finish.
I tell you who to watch right now. It's Bucky Bird, the 25 Toyota. He's making a move. He's going to get himself either behind Jeremy Crandall, although the leaders are going to change the lead.
Yeah, change for the lead. Gerald Campbell ducks to the outside there and gets the push from Dustin Lee, makes it around Marcus Potts.
And Marcus Potts moves to the outside. Sorry, Curtis.
Yeah, Marcus Potts up to the outside in front of Dustin Lee now, and this just keeps happening to Lee. They keep sliding up in front of him, and he has nowhere to go. Is there going to be a time when he tries to drive around the outside of them? I'm not sure. They're coming up on a lead lap truck here, and will they make it around clean? They're driving it hard. Dustin Lee is right on the back bumper of Marcus Potts as they all the way around that corner. Wow.
Yes, we're having to stay side by side here, and Becky Burke, like I said, is up to 4th position in that Toyota Tundra. And we've got Jeremy Crandall on the outside trying to catch up to make this a 6-truck battle for the win of this race. And not to mention, we got Jack Watts making a move here on the inside.
Yeah, and Derek Fisher is back up with the lead pack after getting into the wall there. This truck seems to be fine. He's got Ray Richer behind him, and can they make it back up to the lead pack?
Yeah, this is exciting racing all the way around the track, but I'm going to have to keep with this lead group here. Marcus Potts is dropping down to the lead. He's going to lead Dustin Lee out to dry, although I'm sure somebody will jump up with Dustin Lee here in just a minute with only 3 laps to go, 4 laps to go.
Yeah, and Marcus Potts is just putting on a clinic right now for keeping the lead. Basically like Dustin Lee was this entire race. He's not giving Dustin Lee the opportunity to get back up there. Every time he gets the lead, he pulls out in front of him and pretty much makes him have to check up, and Dustin Lee is falling back there on the outside, and I'm not sure if he's going to get any help as we come to 3 laps to go here.
Yes, sir, for the back. Yes, sir, you just said Ray Richer in the 44 has made a move up behind Jack Watts, and with 3 laps, 4 laps to go, we do have plenty of time for these guys to make another run on the outside. Dustin Lee, he's a smart driver. He might have fallen back to 3rd, maybe 4th position. They go around the lap truck of Kevin Fetty, it looks like. But there's going to be some more moves here in the next couple of laps, Curtis. I promise you there's going to be some more action, some more moves. And Dustin Lee might make his way back as we speak. Becky Burke moves to the outside to get behind Dustin Lee. He knows who the fastest truck here is in the race. Becky Burke's going to follow Dustin Lee, and they might make their way all the way to the lead.
Yeah,
there's contact. Go ahead.
Bucky Burt is going to get a little bit out of shape and fall back a couple positions there. And there was a 2-car breakaway there with Marcus Potts and Gerald Campbell, and Dustin Lee has made it back up there pretty much by himself.
Yes, he had a little bit of help from Bucky before that contact, and now he's falling back. He's going to drop back in line as we're coming to 3 laps to go.
And can this 5-car breakaway or 6-car breakaway behind them catch this 3-car pack of Marcus Potts, Gerald Campbell, and Dustin Lee up at the front here? They might be a little bit of sitting ducks if they do.
Yeah, I'm telling you, a little bit further back here, like you just said, we got the 44 of Ray Richer. He's getting past now on the low side, but he's got the 73 of Jeremy Crandall going to give Ray Richer a little bump here. And behind him, Becky Burke's trying to get back in the mix here. He fell all the way back to 9th. And they're still trying to make him. Go ahead.
Dustin Lee still making the move to the outside. Will we see the 6 of Gerald Campbell make the move to the outside and get the push on the last lap? He can't do it with Dustin Lee at his quarter panel. He's got to hope that he falls back behind him if he wants to try and make a move with Marcus Potts. Maybe he's going to just push Marcus Potts to the lead, but it looks like that 5-car pack has caught them, but they're not all together, so I'm not sure if they're going to have the momentum to get around.
It looks like Jack Watts has got to move on the outside. He's going to probably pass Gary Sexton in the 17, maybe get a run with Dustin Lee on the 32. And here comes Ray Richer moving up on the outside.
250 laps and it all 250 miles, and it all comes down to this one final lap. White flag in the air from Daytona.
I tell you, we got 2 by 2, 6 laps back. 6 rows back, excuse me, Curtis. And nobody can predict who's going to win this race. Marcus Potts is in the catbird seat. But it's going to come down to a lap fast. Oh, and we've got, we got lap cars up front.
And the 6 isn't going to be able to make a move because he can't clear Dustin Lee. And he does. He gets up. Is he going to try and make the move? I'm not sure.
He's got a little bit of momentum behind him. He's going to make a move on the outside here. Well, Marcus trying to block. Oh, they get in each other.
Marcus
they're up in the wall.
Blocking Dustin Lee is going to come across the line and take the win. Dustin Lee in the number 32 wins the first race of the 2017 season in the Domino's TYJ Dented Fenders Truck Series. That was an exciting finish. Marcus Potts is going to bring it home in 3rd with Jack Watts actually in the 66 is going to get 2nd. Marcus Potts brings it home in 3rd, but Wow, Marcus Potts, he definitely had Campbell to the outside there in the 6 machine, and he tried to throw a little bit of a block, and or maybe Campbell came down to try and side draft. Either way, Dustin Lee, the recipient of the win there due to that, and I think Potts had the win there if that didn't happen.
I tell you what, that's one of the best finishes I have ever witnessed, Curtis. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now as a racer, now as a commentator, as a league owner. This is incredible. We are not going to go to commercial break, fans. You stay right here. We're going to interview Dustin Lee, the winner. We're going to interview the second place finisher and the third place finisher. Curtis, why don't you go through the rest of the top 10, 15 while I get these guys moved up.
Okay, and our winner tonight was Dustin Lee in the 32 machine. Awesome drive by him all night. He deserved it. He led the most laps out of anybody by far, and I didn't think he was going to be able to get it there at the end, but he manages to get the job done with 66 of Jack Watts bringing it home in second. Marcus Potts with contact coming off turn 4 into the checkered flag brings it home in third. Gary Sexton in the 17 in fourth. Gerald Campbell all the way back from second and third, battling with Marcus Potts to fifth on that contact. Ray Richer brings it home in sixth. Gene Collum in seventh. Michael Lawler, solid run from him, gains 30 positions tonight, finishes in eighth. David Gainforth in the 101 finishes in ninth, and the 37 of Ivan Garcia rounds out your top 10.
If you're going through the top 15, let me get these guys moved up. We're going to have interviews in just a minute, fans.
Jeremy Crandall, first truck outside the top 10 in the 11th position there in his 73 truck. Derek Fisher, who we saw running up front a little bit tonight in his 13 machine, he brings home a solid top 12 finish. Bucky Burt brings it home in 13th. It looks like he might have got involved in that incident there on the final lap and lost another few positions. 14th goes to Tim B. Cox, who was the final truck on the lead lap. Andy Kessler in the 98 machine rounds out your top 15, one lap down.
Thanks, Curtis. I tell you what, we're getting straight to interviews, fans. Just a few minutes, we're going to have the winner of the Domino's free pizza. But first of all, I'm going to bring in the third place finisher here, Marcus Potts, who ran an incredible race. He's been with us a long time. I'm going to interview Marcus real quick. Marcus Potts, this is Robert and Curtis in the broadcast booth. Congratulations. You almost had that win. I know it's frustrating. You still brought home a top 3 finish. What are your thoughts right now, Marcus?
Disbelief. It is what it is. If it was netcode, it's netcode. Nothing really us drivers can really do about it. Me, the 6th truck, and Dustin, we had a good time working with each other up front, staying up front while we could, switching positions when we had to, and it was clean racing from all 3 of us.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's one of the best finishes I've seen in my 2 years of following iRacing. I did want to mention Gerald Campbell is one of our new drivers, but you can attest to this fact. He raced a very good race, the whole race. He was up front most of the race. But I want to give you kudos, Marcus. You've been in the real race car many times over the last 2-3 months. We are very thankful to have you here with the Domino's TYJ Racing family. We're happy to have you finish in third. And I tell you what, Marcus, if you stick with us this year, I am sure you're going to get many wins to come.
Yeah, man. This is actually my first top 5, I think, actually in the truck series. I stayed busy last year with NASCAR stuff since I didn't get a chance to run full schedule like I wanted to last year. So this top 3 definitely feels good after last year wasn't really such a great year.
Well, I tell you what, you've done a great job tonight. I am looking and expecting many great things from you. You raced a clean race. I think you have matured a lot behind the wheel. I think your real-world racing has taught you a lot. I didn't see any mistakes on your part tonight. You started very well. actually back in 13th. You made your way to third. You led a lot of the race tonight, and like I said, I expect and I anticipate you winning many races this year. Who do you want to thank tonight for the race?
I have to thank Pit Stops for Hope. They're a good charity that I follow. They're a group of RCR pit crew members that here locally in Winston-Salem and all over North Carolina help fight poverty for children and help school teachers out with school supplies. I thank, of course, my team, Ray Richard and Bucky Burt, helping when they could. I think we all got like a top 10 finish tonight, so that's a good thing for us, for our team. Other than that, it's, of course, Dustin Lee and the 6th truck. Without them, I wouldn't be where I was at in the front.
Yeah, we all know working together is the secret here. You can have teammates at the end of the race. You can have complete enemies. But if they can help you win a race or get a top 3, that's what matters. And again, thank you and congratulations to your top 3 finish. We do expect a lot of big things for you. Have a great weekend, and we'll definitely talk to you soon, Marcus.
All right, thank you. See you tomorrow.
And I'm down here pit side with the number 66 of Jack Watts, bringing it home in 2nd place tonight. Jack, you started in 25th. You didn't take a qualifying time. Tell us about your race. How'd you make your way back all the way up to 2nd?
I started that far back because I wanted to be farther back, and like I did for the first half of the race. The only problem was the guys I was following, they weren't pushing or whatever, so I was getting scared. We came like 20 seconds away from being a lap down, so I started getting nervous, and we got the caution, so that really helped me out to get back up there.
And what was going through your mind when you saw the 2 and the 6 go together there? I'm not sure what position you were in when that happened, but there was a little bit of a shakeup in the top 5 there, and I think you might have been one of the recipients of a good position there.
Yeah, I don't remember if I was 4th or 5th at that time, but when they went up, I was just thinking I'm going low. Hopefully they don't come down and get a top, 3 finish would be great.
Well, you certainly did that. A good way to start off your 2017 season here in the Domino's TYJ Dented Fenders Truck Series. Is there anybody that you'd like to thank for helping you bring it home tonight in 2nd?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to thank my team, Southeast Motorsports. These guys are awesome. If memory serves me correct, we got all the crown jewels so far. I want to thank Bowtie Apparels, one of our sponsors. Just everybody on this team that helps us out. Over the Top Paints does our paints, All Pro Broadcasting, and Domino's. I mean, I've run in a few leagues here. Man, do they put on a show always. They always have great drivers. They always put on a great show. I just want to thank everybody involved in this. And congrats to Dustin Lee for getting the win.
All right, Jack. Well, congratulations on your 2nd place finish tonight. We will let you go, and I think Robert has caught up in victory lane with our winner tonight, number 32 of Dustin Lee.
Thank you, sir.
Dustin Lee, this is Robert and Curtis in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, I'm not speechless. I'm never speechless. That's why I'm a commentator. But I am close to being speechless. You had the number 1 time in practice, Dustin. You had the number 1 time in qualifying, Dustin. You fell back there near the end of the race, but you brought it home in 1st place. I got a lot of questions. We have a limited amount of time. Just tell me real quick how you won this race.
Man, I have no idea. A lot of good friends, a lot of good teammates. Jack, Jeff, Tyler. Also, I think it was Gavin there. Or Given. We all kind of were scattered throughout the field there, but we all kind of kept tabs on each other. And, just working with Marcus there at the very end, I think I fell back as low as maybe 4th place the whole race. So that's a good feat for, honestly, just myself and just kind of staying up front. But, didn't have any help whatsoever there at the very end. Marcus, I was working with him, but, he was leading the race. I couldn't get to him. And honestly, I didn't even think I even had a chance of winning it there in the last couple of laps. But I feel bad for Marcus. He was obviously going to win that race there, and this circumstances kind of took that away.
That is exciting, Dustin. I tell you what, you definitely had some help tonight. And real quick, before we end this interview, I want to let you know, and all the fans, don't go anywhere. Live on the phone, right here on All Pro Broadcasting, we have the winner of the free large 3-topping pizza. Her name is Becky Whitmire or Whitmer. How do you say it, Becky?
Whitmer.
Becky Whitmer. She picked you out, Dustin, early on in the race. Becky, how did you pick him out to win this race? Your husband told you he was doing such a good job. Go ahead. Your husband told you he was doing such a good job.
Yeah, he said you need to pick Dustin Lee. I said, okay, I'm picking him.
Wow. I'll tell you what, well, you definitely have won a large 3-topping pizza from your local Domino's store. What city do you live in, Becky?
Broadway.
Where's that again?
Broadway, Virginia.
Broadway, Virginia. We've got fans from Virginia.
We did this before.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think your husband won a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, well, I won, but he had to do the talking, remember?
Yes, I do. And now, tonight, you can do the talking. Well, we want to congratulate you, Becky. We want all the fans to know we've got a live winner on the phone tonight. This is no joke, fans. We do this every single week, Wednesday night and Thursday night through the rest of 2017. Thank you, Becky. I'll get with you later to get your choice of pizza and everything. I'll call you right back. Fans, we do this every single week, Wednesday night and Thursday night. All you have to do, like I already mentioned, is text. One more time, Dustin, are you more excited about your win tonight, or are you more excited about winning somebody a free pizza?
I'm just excited someone picked me there. Thanks, Becky. Glad I could win you a pizza there. Definitely tried hard all night long. It's a good thing that somebody was actually could pick me. Glad to see I could get him a pizza.
Yes, sir, Dustin. You got a lot more fans than you think you do. One last thing real quick, Dustin. Who do you want to thank for this win? I know you got a lot of teammates. Anybody else you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
Yeah, thank you guys for putting this on. And, my teammate, Jack, we finished 1-2 here. And also, this makes actually all first 3 Crown Jewels, Southeast Motorsports Club took those home. So hopefully there's many more races to come. And, obviously, favorite sponsors, Uphill Welding, and family and my wife and everything for supporting me, and All Pro Broadcasting too for putting on a live broadcast.
Thank you, Dustin. Yes, we definitely want to thank Michael D'Amico for this incredible camera views, the Crank It Up segment tonight. Also wanted to give a big shout out to all the wives, girlfriends of all the drivers here in the league. We do know that your husband, better half, takes time away from you, but this is something we're passionate about. We're thankful that you're passionate with your husband to support him or your boyfriend in what we're doing here. Curtis, what are your last thoughts for this race tonight?
That was a pretty awesome race. I mean, we had that really long green flag run to start it off, and then a couple cautions, but everybody knows that cautions breed cautions, and we finished under green, so, I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. We had a very exciting finish with a change for the lead within the last 100 to 200 meters of the race, and very exciting start to this 2017 season in Domino's TYJ here on iRacing Live and All Pro Broadcasting.
Thanks, Curtis. A couple things I want to mention before we get out of here. Again, tonight was the Scoops Ice Cream 250 from Daytona, Scoops Ice Cream from Vieira, Florida, making family traditions one scoop at a time. If you live anywhere near Vieira, Florida, or anywhere in Florida, I understand they have many locations. Make sure you make your way to their stores. They've got some of the best ice cream in the business. We also want to thank Michael D'Amico for the incredible camera angles. We encourage you to watch tomorrow night. If you did not win the free pizza tonight, you get another chance tomorrow night. 8:50 p.m. Eastern on All Pro Broadcasting. We'll be having our Top Shelf California race. It will be broadcast live, and yes, we will be giving away another free pizza. Again, for Curtis Young, for Michael D'Amico running the cameras, my name is Robert McFarland. Thank you so much for viewing. Again, you can check us out next Wednesday night for the second race of the Domino's TYJ Racing Dented Fenders Truck Series. Again, fans, thank you so much. We will talk to you soon. Have a good night.
Lock and load, boys. Time to explode, boys. Make sure you get home, boys. They got your back, the pride of the fleets, the pipe swinging frog men of the UDT.
Hey, this is Garrett Smithley, driver the number 0, JD Motorsports Chevrolet, and you're watching All Pro Broadcasting.
Robert.
So we're here at the first annual Paint It Forward giveaway. Joe, you're the owner of the company. Why are we here?
Well, as the leading painting company in Arizona, we thought it was a good idea to set a good example for what other companies can do.
So how does it work? People have to write why they need you guys to come out and paint their house. Maybe it's a family problem. There's a little old lady down the street who can't paint her own house. A lot of different things.
Yeah, really, it's just any story. We asked them to go on our website and submit their story, and we had over 100 entries this year. And as a company, we voted on the top 10, and Kelly was the winner of all that.
Tell us your story about your husband. He's had a tough struggle. This is one of the reasons why we're here for you and for him.
Right. Yeah. He was diagnosed just shortly after my son was born, about 9 years ago, with cancer. It's a slow-growing type of cancer, but the last couple of years it's been making more of a headway.
When you got the HOA letter in the mail that said you need to paint your house, is that a sinking feeling in your stomach, knowing that I don't know if I can afford this?
It is, because it's something that you have to do, but you don't know where the money's coming from, and you have about 20 or 30 other things that have a priority first, like the medical bills and the other financial bills. And even, we were 2 incomes, we're down to 1 income. So 1 income with a house we bought 10 years ago to support both of our incomes, and now it's just me. I think we pay for everything out of 1 salary. I heard the story on the radio about the Paint It Forward. I heard other things. I was obviously looking at painting quotes and things like that, but hesitant because I don't know what I'm going to get. And, I need a good job because, again, it's just me here with the kids. And when I heard it that day, I went home and I submitted my entry. And honestly, it was almost like a therapy thing for me just to write my story, and then I just put it up there and I just let it be. Whatever happens, happens.
Let's take off the blindfold, and here is your Paint It Forward. Yeah. Go.
Oh my goodness, it looks like a new house. Oh my goodness. Are you sure this is our house? Wow. Oh my goodness, what a difference. Wow. Oh, thank you. everyone. This is just wonderful.
Joe, you got dozens of trucks out here from the Arizona Painting Company. You got dozens of workers. How are you doing this? Because you're doing jobs all over the valley, and you've got a ton of people here.
We have the best employees in the state, and we got our troops to rally behind us today. And as the biggest painting company in Arizona, we like to do more than just paint houses. We want to give back to the community, and that's what this whole thing is about.
Hey!